Namaste students. Today we will read this story, The Necklace, written by Guy de Maupassant. Pronunciation is Guy de Maupassant. He is a Frenchman. He is a French novelist. See, T at the end is silent because in French, consonants we don't pronounce at the end of the words except for C, F, L and R. So it is Guy de Maupassant. Right? So this is a story about Matilda, a pretty girl. Unfortunately, she is born in a poor family of clerks. She always dreams of having things of luxury, but she has no means to satisfy her desires. She keeps complaining about the poverty of her house and clothes. Once, her husband brings an invitation to a big party, so Matilda borrows a diamond necklace from a rich friend of hers. She wears it and goes to a party, and then what happens that we will read in the chapter. Now we will read the chapter. She was one of those pretty young ladies born as if through an error of destiny. Matilda was very pretty, but it was like it was an error of destiny, a mistake of luck that she was born into a family of clerks, C-L-E-R-K. She had no dowry, no hopes, no means of becoming known. And see, she was born in that kind of family, and then for future also she did not have any hopes, no means. And no means of becoming known, loved and married by a man, either rich or distinguished. So she did not have any means or any hopes that she would marry a rich man or a distinguished man. Distinguished man is well known. And she allowed herself to marry a petty clerk. So finally, she got married to a petty small clerk in the office of the Board of Education. She was simple, but she was unhappy. And she was very much unhappy about all this. She suffered incessantly. Incessantly means continuously she was suffering. Feeling herself born for all delicacies. And she used to feel that she was not born for this poor life. She was born for all delicacies and luxuries. Delicacies meaning you see here, and luxuries. Delicacies means like good quality, high quality food and all these things. She suffered from the poverty of her apartment. Like whatever was the condition of her apartment, the poor condition of her apartment, of that also she was suffering. The shabby walls were also not well painted, they were shabby walls. And the worn chairs were also like broken kind of from here and there. All these things tortured and angered her. When she seated herself for dinner opposite her husband, who uncovered the tureen. Tureen is a utensil, a bowl kind of, no, tureen is a utensil in which in earlier days, pot pie, a kind of soup used to be kept, served. So, her husband, who uncovered the tureen with a delighted air, and he's smelling like this, so delighted air, and saying, "Oh, the good pot pie is soup. I know nothing better than that." He loves that soup and he is very happy uncovering that tureen. She would think of elegant dinners, but Matilda, she is not happy with this kind of simple soup and all. She always think of stylish dinners, elegant dinners.
Of shining silver, that means served in silver crockery, silver dishes. She thought of the exquisite food. Exquisite food means rich variety food, high quality food, served in marvelous dishes. Marvelous dishes means marvelous plates, glasses and all. She had neither frocks nor jewels. She had neither good clothes and nor jewelry, nothing. And she loved only those things. She had a rich friend who was her schoolmate, who was studying with her at the convent school, who she did not like to visit, but she never liked to visit her. Why? Because she suffered so much when she returned. After visiting that friend, when she returned home, she suffered so much. She used to suffer so much, and she used to weep for the whole day from despair, hopelessness, and disappointment, because she was very rich. Matilda also wanted that kind of life, and she did not have that kind of life. One evening, her husband returned elated. Elated means feeling very proud, bearing in his hand what he had in his hand, a large envelope. And he said, here is something for you. Matilda quickly drew out a printed card. Matilda quickly took out a printed card from that envelope, on which were inscribed these words, were printed. These words were, and what was written on that card? The Minister of Public Instruction and Madame Georges Ramponneau, this is also a French name, ask the honor of Monsieur et Madame, this M dot is Mr. and MM is Madam, Mrs. Loisel's company, when Monday evening, January 18, at the minister's residence. Then, after reading this, instead of being delighted, instead of feeling happy, as Matilda's husband had thought of, Matilda threw the invitation spitefully upon the table, murmuring means speaking in a low voice. What do you suppose I want with that? She says to her husband that what should I do with this invitation? The husband says, but my dearie, I thought it would make you happy. You never go out, and this is an occasion, and a fine one, and a fine occasion. Everybody wishes one, everybody looks for these kind of occasions, and it is very select, and this is the selected one. And not many are given to employees, and not many are given to employees, that not many employees have got this kind of invitation. You will see the whole official world there. You will see all ministers, all VIPs at this party. She looked at him with an irritated eye and declared impatiently, what do you suppose I have to wear to such a thing as that? She asked her husband that what she would wear for such a party, for such a big party. And her husband had not thought of that. He stammered, why, the dress you wear when we go to the theatre? It seems very pretty to me. Fine, it seems pretty to her husband, but Matilda will not wear it for that such a big party where all these ministers and VIPs will be there. Then her husband was silent, stupefied. Stupefied means he was shocked. In dismay, he was unhappy also at the sight of his wife weeping. Then he stammered, what is the matter? What is the matter? By a violent effort, with a strong effort, with very much difficulty, she had controlled her vexation, irritation, and responded in a calm voice, wiping her moist cheeks, nothing, only I have no dress, and consequently, and the result will be, I cannot go to this affair, I cannot go to this party. Give your card to some colleague whose wife is better fitted, like who has a costume, suitable costume, than I. He was grieved, then husband was unhappy. He answered, let us see, Matilda, how much would a suitable costume cost? Something that would serve for other occasions, something very simple. So he asked her to purchase such a costume which should not she can wear for other occasions also, not only for this party. She reflected for some seconds, she thought for some seconds, and she also thought of a sum that she could ask from her husband without bringing it an immediate refusal, because her husband was an economical clerk who was spending very thoughtfully. So she had to tell him like how much sum was required, how much amount was required, very carefully. Finally, she said in a hesitating voice, she says, I cannot tell exactly, but it seems to me that 400 francs ought to cover it, that she needs 400 francs to buy that dress. He turned a little pale. The husband turned a little yellow. Not that he did not have money, for he had saved just this sum. He had saved just 400 francs to buy a gun that he might be able to join some hunting parties the next summer with some friends who went to shoot larks on Sunday. Lark is a bird. Nevertheless, he answered. Then also husband answered, very well, I will give you 400 francs, but try to have a pretty dress.